The House of Representatives says more specialized agricultural institutions are needed to fast-track the federal government's drive for food security and agri-mechanization in the country. Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu stated this at a public hearing of the House on 9 agriculture-related bills. A National Assembly correspondent, Mitaire Ipen, reports.
3 bills before the Green Chamber seek to establish new federal universities of agriculture in Oyo, Delta and Enugu states, while 6 other bills push for agricultural colleges and institutes in Ekiti, Bauchi, Enugu, Delta, Nasarawa and Ogun states. Lawmakers agree that in the quest for food security, such research-based institutions are imperative.
If these bills are well processed, they will strengthen the nation's quest for food sufficiency and social economic development of our country, which is the desire of the current President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who prioritizes in his renewed hope agenda food security.
It will also allow young Nigerians access to basic knowledge, skills and emerging techniques in agricultural production value chain.
At the House Committee on Finance, lawmakers called for prudence in the granting of customs waivers and concessions to certain companies after the Nigeria Customs Service presented its quarterly report.
Meticulously address these issues of waivers. If we must grant waivers, let there be huge benefit coming to the economy. It's very, very important.
We had to concede over 45% of the revenue that we generated to exemptions and concessions. Even we as customs were concerned, and we were looking for a paradigm shift in the way we manage the exemptions regimes.
The Nigeria Customs Service asked to be carried along in determining beneficiaries of tax-exempt policies. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ipen, NTA News.
Mining companies without a concrete framework for remediation will no longer be issued operating license by the federal government. This was made known by the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, during a condolence visit to the government and people of Niger State over the recent mine pit disaster that has left 14 miners trapped. Dauda Mohammed reports that the condolence visit was at the instance of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
A gold mine pit being operated by a private company collapsed in Galadiman Kogo village of Shiruru local government area of Niger State, trapping some miners, which prompted the visit of the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake. While delivering President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's condolence message to the government and people of Niger State, the minister described the incident as an unfortunate avoidable accident. The minister noted that lessons learned from the accident will form a template towards averting future occurrence, and no license will be approved for mining without a plan in place for local value addition.
We are also not going to henceforth approve any licenses for mining that does not show us a concrete remediation plan, because we've also discovered that a lot of miners in the past will mine, they will dig, and after extracting and exporting, they move off.
So there is need for the ministry to give Niger State very, very important focus. It's very, very important. Then I like the idea of the insurance policy you are bringing on top. It's very important.
Niger State Governor led the Minister of Solid Minerals Development and his team on a visit to the IBB Specialist Hospital Mina to sympathize with the remaining victims receiving treatment. Efforts are still ongoing to rescue 40 miners still trapped in the mine. In Mina, Dauda Mohammed, NTA News.
From Mina now, we take you to Yobe, where the state has made another commitment in the fight against climate change and other environmental challenges as it acquired an advanced amphibious excavator for the dredging and clearing of blocked waterways along Hadija Guru wetlands for farming and other economic activities to fully resume.
Madugu Yobe River banks. The acquisition of this giant amphibious multipurpose excavator through a joint effort between the Yobe State government and World Bank's assisted project, ACRISAL, is viewed as a declaration of war against the invading Taipa in a holistic approach.
We have experienced a lot of devastation arising from the floods, which of course we are sure with this machine a lot of these problems will be addressed, and of course there will be free flow of water along the tributaries.
The purpose of the government to buy this is to actually clear water coming down from Jigawa, and then the basin transfers the whole state into two. It's supposed to finish its revolution at Baga, which is actually very close to the Lake Chad. So in fact, the water or the basin is actually extended up to Lake Chad and then Niger Republic.
To ease the transportation of this swamp boogie from one point to the other, a low-bed truck was also acquired to serve this purpose. In the Matru, Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
And on religious matters, Chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, Jalal Ahmad Rabi, has expressed satisfaction with arrangements and structures put in place by the Bauchi state government for this year's Hajj exercise. This is his remark after inspecting Sultan Saadu Abubakar Hajj camp in Bauchi.
Screening halls for intending pilgrims, male and female hostel, as well as the governor's office were among the structures inspected by the NACON's chairman, who was also briefed on the measures put in place by the Bauchi state government. He described the camp as the best in the country, with a hope that the entire 2024 Hajj exercise will be successful.
Come home to see what I've so much heard of. Fundamentally, to acknowledge the contribution and the successes made by the years and his management team, to commend what our representative, the board member representing the Northeast, has done on behalf of the Commission. It would have been our wish to be here all the while when the airlift was going on, but you'd agree with me that when there are too many demands and commitments, we can't be everywhere all the time.
The chairman NACON has assured the Commission's commitment to complement its airlift operations within the stipulated time. In Bauchi, Moaz Hassan, NTA News.
The National Human Rights Commission has frowned at the increasing violation of human rights across the country, despite the efforts of the Commission to stem the tide. Executive Secretary of the Commission, Tony Ojukwu, SAN, at a presentation of the May 2024 edition of the Commission's monthly dashboard on human rights situation, revealed that the Commission received a total of 55,218 complaints within the period under review. Chikunon Sunwabeze reports.
Victim impact analysis of the National Human Rights Commission indicates that the violations recorded in the month of May 2024, the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Tony Ojukwu SAN, said impacted on an estimated 157,368 persons across the country.
This is a distressing indication that despite our efforts, there are still instances where those entrusted with upholding the law become violators of human rights. We must emphasize the importance of accountability and the reasonable use of force by law enforcement agencies.
While there was reduction in the area of child abandonment, the period under review recorded an increase in violations of economic, social and cultural rights, as well as significant escalation in the activities of non-state armed groups.
Our Human Rights Observatory recorded 298 killings and 360 abductions, largely attributed to terrorists and bandit groups. The Northwest continues to be a region of concern for us in this regard.
The commission, however, condemned the recent ugly trend in the killings of law enforcement agents in some parts of the country, emphasizing that the rule of law should prevail in all situations, no matter the level of provocation. Chukunonsonwa Boeze, NTA News.
This is the news at 11 on NTA News 24. We'll take a quick break now. Please stay with us for more reports ahead. Kaduna State Government is mobilizing all resources in case of any eventuality, as it is on the list of states predicted by NIMET to experience flooding this year. Muhammad Omar Ajinge reports that aggressive sensitization is ongoing in that regard.
Concerns are heightened going by the 2024 NIMET prediction, as Kaduna State is among states with high risks of flooding this year, with Kachia, Kubau and Kajuru as local government areas with the possible risks of being flooded. With this prediction by NIMET, the need for people to distill their drainages and vacate waterways is highly important. Already residents living in water-prone areas are preparing to vacate to safer grounds.
The heart is beating even from January because we know that that very time will surely come. But everybody is just praying that when he has a better life, he can move on.
And anytime that the flood come, we used to live there. After the flood, then we come back.
The first time I come this place before, first time I come this place, that it reached 1 month before flood go.
By the grace of God, we will make sure we provide a very good water flow as far as natural flooding is concerned. But you know, there sometimes the flooding used to come due to issue of some dams that used to release the dam without prior notice to citizens of the particular place or to the agency itself. So for the natural one that was predicted, the state government is fully ready.
Kaduna State through SEMA has outlined initiatives aimed at mitigating the effects of flood in the state this year and beyond. These initiatives include construction and maintenance of proper drainage systems, as well as sensitization on early warning systems, among others.
Identify 708 flood-prone areas. We equally bring our partners, our stakeholders, which include Ministry of Environment and some agencies, including KEPA, KAJIS, and KASUBDA, who also have roles to play in mitigating this prediction if eventually, God forbid, it happens. So we went out 3 times. First engagement is to stakeholders within the flood-prone areas, trying to sensitize them and let them understand the dangers of living close to within flood-prone areas.
This comprehensive effort is in collaboration with critical stakeholders for proper assessment, regulations, and enforcement of safety, designed to minimize the impact of flooding and ensure the safety and well-being of Kaduna State residents. In Kaduna, I'm Muhammad Marajingi, NTA News.
Though they are still in their teens, they are already lending their voices to issues that will make the world a better place. Delegates of the 6th edition of the City International Model United Nations Conference held in Abuja are concerned with issues around gender equality and are seeking ways to overcome the bias. Ekene Undule reports.
Just like members of the United Nations, these students drawn from various schools across Nigeria are simulating the role of delegates representing different countries at the UN General Assembly. The Model UN program is designed to promote interaction with diverse people, an opportunity to understand the world better. True to their roles, The students are speaking up for their adopted countries, and collectively, they are seeking a more inclusive society.
I am representing Equatorial Guinea, a country in Central Africa. What I've been able to learn from this country is that it is ranked 181 out of 192 countries on gender equality.
So I feel that it's a very crucial topic to debate on and to talk about so that everyone has a right to speak in the country.
A few of the many things I've learned here is that you should be patient, you should think before you say what you are meant to say. You should make sure that you are positive what you're saying. Don't speak on a whim.
Organizers say the program encourages participants to adopt research and leadership skills.
This particular conference, exposes them to these issues and then make them to be part of it, discussing, writing resolutions, how to, solve some of these problems.
I see it as an opportunity for our students to have a chance to understand the UN better, understand what could be their role in the greater world, and to have a chance to learn about speaking their opinions.
As they advocate practices that will close the gender gap across the globe, these young ones are hopeful that one day their voices will be loud enough to make a difference. Ekene Ndulue.
Societal norms and values begin with the family. Hence, the need to promote family values as ingredients of a healthy society. The recognition of this need informed the gathering of Daughter Family Plus initiative to raise awareness on family-friendly programs to mark the 2024 World Family Day. Ngozi Technical reports.
Family comes first resonates the pivotal role of the family in shaping the world, as it is often said that charity begins at home. The group advocates family bonding where love and respect thrive, irrespective of cultural differences.
We are also here to begin to make families to focus on their families and introduce positive family values. So what are these positive family values? To care, to love, to be kind.
Yes, I like that he said ladies first. And to me, I key from that because when we recognize each other's place in the family, then we are on the right path.
And taking off from where she said, protecting each other's interests, at the same time respecting such interests.
I feel, first of all, love. That's what I feel is the most crucial ingredient. Love, because if a mother doesn't give a child that kind of love that the child needs to blossom, then the child will start having emotional weaknesses.
Factors militating against the family were identified and solutions preferred.
Yes, you can allow your child to be on the internet, but do you know what the child or what the site the child is? That is important. Parents should be deliberate about that and monitor their children and set it to kids mode.
Global Family Day aims to promote unity and strong family bonding that will translate to a safe environment and peaceful society. Ngozi Technical, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 11 on NTA NEWS24. A recap of our major stories. Federal government names two major roads in Guzape district, Abuja, after two great Nigerian writers, Chinua Achebe and J.P. Clark. House of Representatives seeks establishment of more specialized agricultural institutions, the fast-track government's drive for food security.
It will also allow young Nigerians access to basic knowledge, skills and emerging techniques in agricultural production value chain.
The Kaduna State government commences sensitization programs ahead of pending flooding in the state.
This is NTA News 24.
In line with renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the National Troupe of Nigeria is utilizing the power of culture to promote national integration through cultural shows that showcase the unity in the nation's diversity. Aminu Umar reports that the nation's cultural contingents were in Kano for a two-day engagement in the Northwest tagged Akwai Mafita. That concludes.
Creative art has been a part of the literature in Kano. This dance drama, which portrays the current situation in Nigeria, especially the Northwest, is part of the community theater, an initiative of the National Troupe of Nigeria. The aim is to dance that the nation shall rise again under the watch of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
And the idea is to make them feel that government has an empathy. It feels what they are feeling and raise their hope to see that at the end of this hardship, there is certainly going to be light at the end of the tunnel.
For me, as a theater practitioner of 2 decades now, theater is a way to promote morals. If only our minds will be open to it as a people and as individuals.
Beyond the message contained in the performances, the artistic director, Kaltume Bulamagana, believes theater has the potential to grow the nation's economy through jobs creation and revenue generation.
I think employment is in the picture. People can now be aware of these talents, and then even the music, the dances, you can teach a lot, you can do collaborations.
The 2-day engagement in Kano was part of the tour throughout the nation as a tool for social mobilization to raise hope among Nigerians for a more prosperous nation that all will be proud of. In Kano, Aminu Umar, NTA News.
And this is where we end the news. Well, thanks for watching. I am Charles Alpha.